Building your wealth in your family is not about one individual. It's not about one individual. You see, we see a lot of families where it's one big breadwinner and everyone else just has a job. And, it's one big breadwinner in the families. And that's not normally the case. You've seen successfully wealthy families. They both have careers. And that's what and you've seen these couples get together and their children basically, some of them, in most cases, live off their parents. They go to school, they go to college, even, and don't do anything with their lives and come back and try to run the family business. And they don't know anything about it. Because they don't care about it at all. They just grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth. But for us, being African Americans, we need to definitely strive to teach our children better and prepare them for the world that they're going to be living in. That's your job as a parent. Not just to get them the Xbox or make sure they got the iTunes and all the new iPads and whatever. This is essential. My friend got a daughter that's 21, another daughter that's 12, and a son that's 10. And, he's never had an allowance when he was growing up. And his son's asking him for $200 pairs of shoes, and he's like, look, where I'm from, there's no such thing as allowance. My kids got to earn everything they want. They could be doing something as simple as walking on daddy's back or massaging mommy's feet, but we don't do allowance. You're going to earn something in the house. And that's the way the mother and father chose to educate their children. And by the age of 10, everyone got a bank account. But they didn't just go out and get them a bank account. They let them choose a bank based on the computer, savviness of it. They have programs for kids to show them how fun it is to save your money. And his son was more drawn to that. Now, there's a place called bankrate.com where you can rate the banks, where you can look for the top banks to best satisfy your needs. Their oldest daughter, she's had a bank account and she has several, and that's the way she likes to do it. She's looking like now she's in college, she's focusing on her life, trying to get everything together in her life, so she has no time to really get involved in anything extracurricular. But she understands because she grew up in a family that taught her differently. Her family taught her the difference between, just begging for things and going out earning it. So for her, it was no real big difference to go out and earn a living or do something that she needed for herself. And the mom, his wife, the mother, she said her finances used to be ragged, so she did everything to and invest her kids and push them towards education. So most people poor or go broke because they have lack of education about money and what is the proper way of going about doing things. So when they have like the programs that come around like the World of Money, you go to there and then it teaches you how to prepare to balance your finances. And then there's buy-ins from parents and other things like that. You can get surveys done on that. They got them out there. But anyway, the family is jump-starting their lives, and getting pushed towards a extracurricular thing. They get them off social media. They have family dinners at the table. Everybody has to cut off electronics. They play family board games like Monopoly, and it makes learning fun, especially about business and to the finance world. They've had assessments, other assessments. Young people still don't know enough about personal finance, and that's crippling in the African American communities. I would say now more than my era, the era after us, at least I think some of them are starting to get it. There is like cool to be conscious now, so that's a very good thing. They're kind of making it cool to be conscious of all the social issues and economic issues and education. But what's being lost is that you're having less people fight for things that really mean something, or know about going about fighting it, or trying to read to get knowledge to do so. Well, a lot of people believe that a lot of high schools now are taking an economic course, that they wanted more college economic courses and integrated in more high schools. It's like only 17 states require high school students to take personal finance courses. 17 states. I thought it was 50. Why isn't it in all 50 states? Because they don't want you to know personal finances. Because you staying in debt helps to keep them rich. So it's another thing to do, man. Get your kids out there and get them started right away. It's your boy Karceno. I'm out. Thank you for joining Onecraknews. Hope you liked the video. You click the like button and you subscribe. I'm out.